When it comes to African entertainment and culture, two countries often come up in comparison, Nigeria and Kenya. Both nations are powerhouses in their own right, rich in heritage, creativity, and global influence. But what really takes the crown when we pit their music, movies, and fashion industries against each other? In this video, we'll break it all down for you from the beat on the streets of Lagos to the runways of Nairobi. But before we do so, I'm Teresa and you're welcome and welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Don't forget to on post notification because that will notify you whenever I drop new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share. So, Nigeria, often referred to as the giant of Africa, has a population of over 200 million people. This provides a massive market for its creative industries. With such a large and diverse population, Nigeria's music, film, and fashion sectors have an incredible pool of talent and enthusiastic audience to support them. On the other hand, Kenya, with a population of about 55 million, has strategically positioned itself as East Africa's cultural and tech hub. Its creative industries are growing fast and it's gaining traction globally. So, how do they compare? So, starting with music, Nigeria is undoubtedly the continent's dominant force. Afrobeats, a genre rooted in Nigerian sound, has become a global phenomenon. Artists like Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, and Tems have made headlines internationally, bagging Grammy nominations and collaborations with global stars like Beyonce, Drake, and Ed Sheeran. These musicians have not only built solid fan bases at home, but have also penetrated Western markets with their sound. Kenya, on the other hand, has made significant strides in music, particularly with genres like Gengetone, Kapuka, and Benga. Artists such as Sauti Sol, Nyashinski, and Otile Brown have led the way in pushing Kenyan music beyond borders. Sauti Sol especially has performed on international stages and collaborated with other African giants. While Kenyan music may not yet have the global dominance of Afrobeat, it's built a loyal regional following and continues to evolve. One of the reasons Nigeria's music is more dominant globally lies in its aggressive export of culture. Nigerian artists invest heavily in marketing, social media engagement, and collaborations with international producers. The influence of the Nigerian diaspora also plays a huge role in promoting the music abroad. In contrast, Kenyan music tends to remain regional with less crossover into West Africa or Western markets, though this is beginning to change. And when it comes to movies, Nigeria's Nollywood is the second largest film industry in the world by volume, second only to India's Bollywood. Producing thousands of films annually, Nollywood has become a cultural export for Nigeria, with platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime now hosting Nigerian content. Actors like Genevieve Nnaji, Ramsey Nouah, and RMD have become household names across Africa and the diaspora. Kenya's film industry is growing, but it doesn't have the volume or reach of Nollywood. However, what Kenya may lack in quantity, it often makes up for it in quality. Kenyan films such as Rafiki and Nairobi's Half-Life have gained international recognition at film festivals. The storytelling is often more cinematic and politically daring, tackling themes like identity corruption and so on. Another difference between the two industries is the funding and structure. While Nollywood is often criticized for quick low-budget productions, Kenya's approach is typically more structured with significant involvement from international NGOs and film schools. Kenya also invests more in short films and documentaries, often aimed at advocacy and education. This gives Kenyan cinema a different feel, one that is less commercial but often more socially conscious. In terms of distribution, Nigeria holds the edge. Nollywood movies are readily available on various streaming platforms, cable channels, and DVD sales across the continent. In Kenya, the distribution channels are still developing, and local films often struggle to get the same kind of viewership. However, with the rise of YouTube and digital platforms, some Kenya creators are finding ways to reach broader audiences. Now, let's talk about fashion. Nigeria's fashion industry is bold, colorful, and globally recognized, from Lagos Fashion Week to designers like Lisa Folawiyo and Andre Iyama. Nigerian fashion has found its way into Vogue, Essence, and New York Fashion Week. The use of Ankara and traditional fabrics fused with modern style has set Nigeria apart in global fashion circles. Kenya's fashion scene is equally vibrant but often takes a more eco-conscious and handmade approach. Brands like Kiko Romeo and Adedajek blend traditional beadwork and Maasai-inspired patterns with modern silhouettes. Nairobi Fashion Week has become a platform for showcasing this unique blend of culture and sustainability. Kenyan fashion tends to focus more on minimalism, sustainability, and local production. Social media has played a huge role in elevating both nations' fashion scenes. Nigerian fashion influencers are among the most followed in Africa, showcasing styles that blend tradition and modernity. Kenya's fashion influencers may not have the same massive followings, but they are known for their authenticity and deep connection to African heritage. Both countries use fashion to tell stories. Nigeria is often about boldness and wealth, Kenya's about elegance and nature. In music videos and red carpet appearances, Nigerian artists usually go for flamboyant, expensive jewelry, tailored suits, flashy cars. Kenyan artists, while stylish, are more likely to promote cultural attire, beadwork, and ethnic tours. This reflects their broader societal values. Nigeria thrives on flamboyance and showmanship, while Kenya often leads into cultural pride and conscious consumption. Fashion also plays a major role in both countries' weddings and traditional ceremonies. Nigerian traditional weddings are a festival of colors with asoebi groups, gele hairdraps, and agbada dominating the scene. In Kenya, traditional wear is just as important, though more tribal in influence, especially during Maasai and Kikuyu ceremonies, where beadwork, shukas, and headpieces carry deep symbolism. Let's also talk about dance, a crucial part of music and cultural expression. Nigeria's zanku, shaku shaku, and other dance crazes have gone viral globally. TikTok and Instagram are flooded with Nigeria dance challenges. Kenya too has contributed major dance trends like the Odi dance and slide dance, but they haven't had quite the same international impact. When you compare the music charts on platforms like Apple Music and Spotify in Africa, Nigerian songs dominate, not just in Nigeria but also in countries like Ghana, South Africa, and even in Kenya. Kenyan artists, while popular locally, rarely top charts outside East Africa. However, this is beginning to shift with cross-border collaborations and genre blending. Now let's look at international recognition. Nigerian artists and filmmakers have constantly won awards on global stages from the Grammys to the AMVCs and the BET. Kenyan talent is also being recognized, Lupita Young being a shining example, though her Hollywood rise was more through global cinema than Kenya's local industry. In terms of investment and revenue, Nigeria is far ahead. The entertainment and media sector in Nigeria generated over $7 billion in 2023. Kenya's entertainment industry, while growing, is still valued at under $1 billion. This economic difference shows in the size of production, quality of sound and visuals, and the scale of promotions. Looking at cultural exports, Nigeria is often considered the cultural ambassador of Africa. Nigerian slang, music, and film references are found across African countries and in the diaspora. Kenya's influence is more regional, though it's growing through tourism and international events like Safari Rally and Nairobi Tech Week. Social commentary is another key area. While Nigerian films and music often focus on love, betrayal, and wealth, Kenyan creatives are more focused on themes like inequality, corruption, and identity. This difference makes Kenya art powerful for advocacy but sometimes limits its commercial appeal. Now let's compare the fan-based loyalty. Nigerian fans are fiercely loyal, almost cult-like in how they defend their favorite artists online. This has helped push Nigerian culture globally. Kenyans, on the other hand, are often critical of the artists and demand more quality and consistency. What about online presence? Nigerian entertainers are social media giants. Burna Boy has over 50 million Instagram followers, and so does Davido. Kenyan artists have decent followings, but the numbers are much smaller in comparison. This online dominancy has helped Nigerian celebrities win brand endorsements and global deals. From a business perspective, Nigeria also leads in monetization. With brand deals, international tours, endorsement contracts, and streaming revenue, Nigerian artists earn significantly more. Kenyan artists are catching up, especially through YouTube and digital shows, but the gap is still wild. Despite Nigeria's dominance, Kenya is quietly building a powerful creative economy, one rooted in quality, culture, and innovation. Their work is being noticed and their stars are rising steadily. Both countries can learn from each other. Nigeria from Kenya's attention to detail and ethics, Kenya from Nigeria's boldness and global strategy. So to conclude, both countries are giants in their own right. Nigeria may currently have the edge in music, movies, and fashion globally, but Kenya is not far from behind. As technology and global interest in African content grow, Kenya's creative industries are set to rise even higher in the end. It's not about who wins, it's about how Africa as a whole continues to inspire the world. So, who do you think has a better edge, Nigeria or Kenya? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting cultural content from across Africa. Until next time, stay inspired and keep celebrating Africa excellence.